Oh, good, it's on. Great, 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 great. Good. What do we have for our races? Disappointment. Who wants to... Gee, Well done, Gran Turismo. Well fucking done. I'm so happy right now. Oh. Time to drive in circles on Daytona. Like, this is going to be something that is difficult. Alright, so I'm glad I postponed going on the right. The I'm right rant. That was actually a good move, because lately, it's a little interesting thing happened. On March 3rd, boycott began. What's it called? What's the word? The downvote campaign begun. On March the 4th and 5th, I believe, one of those days, Sony decided they would be removing it from 177 provinces. Right? So Steam removed it. Now, on March the 6th, we declared victory. Alright, this was, I think, Monday or Tuesday. We declared complete victory on completely getting Sony to cave to Arrowhead. They came back to the negotiation table, I guess, or something along those lines. Wow, this is a really bad track to do this. I gotta get behind the draft of this guy. Bye-bye. Oh, it's losing speed. So, it was a good idea not to declare victory immediately, because right now Arrowhead is fighting with Sony to actually get those countries back on the business. Alright, 107 countries back. And PlayStation played the game. They did a good job. They didn't double down, they backed away, but they backed away without taking any steps. They've essentially... They essentially are going to get what they want now. Congratulations. PlayStation played you. You essentially forced Steam to remove it from a bunch of countries. So those people cannot play without a PlayStation account, which is what PlayStation wanted from the start. That's what they wanted from the start. Congratulations. You played yourself. That was a move that was well beyond what I was seeing. Do you think... I actually think they did that as a first play? No! No! Of course not! They pulled it because of a legal issue where, well, we can't offer this in countries because they can't play it, so let's not offer it in these countries. Okay, that's fair, right? So they backed out. And then all of a sudden they started going on Steam reviews. And they're like, well, we should apologize. We should back out. We shouldn't do that. But then they sat back and are like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. My brain do be doing the worky work. We can apologize, get our reviews back, and guess what? We don't have to sell it to those countries still. We don't have to. And that's where they had the YOLO mode. $545. I mean, okay. No, $498. That's fair. So they decided that, I'm guessing they're going to push for a position to where they either Arrowhead is going to have to accept the fact that they won't be able to cut their game in 177 countries. Which, me personally, I don't have a problem with that. I do not have a problem with that. Uh-oh, this is going to require big focus, is it? It is. Uh-oh. Boop. Boop. Diving in. Oh. Alright, we're in. Good. So, Arrowhead is either going to have to accept the fact that they're not going to sell it, or they're not going to sell it. They just got rid of the community manager that started the hate train, the downvote. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 So we all know what happened there. I don't quite take too kindly to that, do I? No, I don't. A little bit more powerful car. I'm at a loss for words. I'm gonna snap, man. Oh. Okay. We're out for blood now. Alright, we're gonna go get some adrenochrome. Out of the way. Come on, get moving. No. This is my racing one. Alright, I gotta stop driving mean. rev limiter up, get that boost going. We go wide. So right at 7,000 RPM, it bounces off the limiter. Oh yeah, come on. I'm laser focused now. This pissed me off. How did they take that so slow? See, we're not playing around right now. This isn't a game anymore. This is a simulator. Come on, slip up. Come on, choke. Bye-bye. 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 I'll beat them with superior track positioning. There is a reason in sport mode they do not allow you to actually use the clutch and the shifter, but paddle shifters. Because I can hard money shift. And that acts like a brake. Which gives me a very big advantage. And it only works because this is a video game. In real life, going from 5th to 2nd is a death sentence for your bank account. Let's just say that. Not a good idea. In fact, most modern vehicles won't even let you do that. My Volkswagen won't even let me do that. And for good reason. You can break shit doing that. Some people are quite effeminate and don't know any better. They're too busy sipping on Oh, that would have been so cool if I held it. It would have been epic if I just drifted around that whole corner. But God did not will it. Airborne. Don't worry, we'll get back to Helldivers talk after this race. Because it's ending right now. Okay. So, what was I talking about? What was I rambling on? Sony's not going to allow those other countries to do it unless there's another community backlash about it. Catch them on their shit. Everyone's already the problem is everyone's already expelled their energy on this topic. That's the big problem. The energy has already been expelled. Why do I have so many of this one car? Because this is a special event, nice. Because it's already been expelled like that, I don't think they're gonna budge this time. I think they're gonna keep it to it unless we capitulate. They will. This is something that I've okay. I forgot that this car handles like hot garbage. They will kill that game. Their most successful game that they've had in a long time. For few pennies more. All right. They will kill it for a few more pennies, and just to kill it. Just to kill it. Okay. And that's the idea. They don't want that to succeed. I think since they've probably came to the negotiation table and demanded a lot more from Arrowhead, and Arrowhead said no, they want to kill it. It's not about looking good anymore, because you can look bad, but you're still making money. Okay, everyone's gonna go out and buy the new Call of Duty. All right, everyone's gonna get the new what's the fucking game with the soccer? And everyone's gonna get the new sports game. Everyone's gonna get the new shoot 'em up of Call of Duty. All right. All right. And a lot of people aren't going to cancel their PlayStation subscriptions because, well, they still want to play games. They have a captive market. They don't care. It's like right now, right today, I am interested in buying Sony Pulse 3D wireless headsets for $150. Why? Because the razors that I have on my head that I paid $70 for don't work very well with the 3D headset. It's not very comfortable. And a wireless option, why are you breaking, would be very nice. It would be relatively convenient. And I would easily be able to set them up to where they hang from the game. Okay. Yes, this car handles like hot garbage. Volkswagen Group, you failed at this, boys. It's just not going to happen. And right now, what they're doing is they're nerfing all... look, what people have been saying, and I'll say it too, as soon as there's a weapon that people are having fun with, they nerf it to shit. They've ruined everything that made this game fun. People were using the breaker shotgun too much, so they nerfed its power and gave it less capacity. Alright, so people started using something else. They nerfed the railgun to the point where people just completely stopped using it because it was useless. So people played with other stuff. People made do. They found other things. Well, then that was nerfed. That was removed. That was changed. People started playing with the Slugger. And because the Slugger had powerful knockback against on the bot front, and it knocked the bots back, and it kept them stun locked so you could kill them. They nerfed that. They got rid of that. Alright, well then people stopped using that, and they started using the Dominator, which is essentially a Warhammer 30k bolter. They nerfed the power on that and the knockback on that. Oh, okay. The thing is they've been cutting down piece by piece by piece by piece by piece all of the main primary weapons without bringing anything up substantially. There was a recent one, which is the sniper rifle version of the Dominator. It was very powerful, and people were using it to cheese armor like chargers, which are heavily armored bugs. Because they were cheesing it, and I mean they were using the gun in a creative fashion that the devs didn't really intend, instead of giving a kudos to the gamers. Because what they were doing is they were doing the, everyone knows in War Thunder, you're using the KV-2 and you come up across a heavily armored German tank, alright? You can't shoot at it because you're using high explosive. So you shoot at the ground underneath it, causing the high explosive to explode under the tank, destroying the tank. Well, that's what people were doing with this gun. They were shooting it under the charger and exploding the charger underneath and killing it. I mean, that's fucking clever. That's smart. You should be rewarding your players for being smart. Instead, what did they do? They nerfed the game. They nerfed the gun. They took away some of its ammo. They took away some of its ammo capacity. Now they took away all of the shrapnel damage that it had and just increased its regular explosive damage by 40. So now the gun's useless. There's no point in using it. They just had a War Bond, an update this week, yesterday, and there's a new submachine gun that has knockback, and it is now the best weapon in the game. It has now become the meta. What are they going to do in about a week or two? They're going to nerf it. So that's why, as soon as I'm done playing this game, I'm going to go play Helldivers, and I'm going to use that weapon while it's still fun. They're killing their player base. They're killing it. They're poisoning it. And I don't even think it's on purpose. I think there's bad actors inside of Arrowhead who personally are upset that the game isn't insisting upon itself with politics. Especially politics they follow and they subscribe to. It's not insisting itself on modern politics, and it's not insisting itself it's not insisting these politics on its gaming base. And I guarantee you these people are mildly sour. And the problem with these commies is they weasel themselves into positions of power. No shit. Look at Joseph Stalin. Alright? He weaseled himself into positions of power, and then all of a sudden he rose up. Everybody owed him a favor. So, these people weaseled themselves into being part of the balancing team. And they're killing the game. I mean, the CEO had to come out and say, yeah, this shit's getting a little out of hand. Because they're losing. Every time there is something fun, there is a strategy to use. There is something new. Like using I forget the name of the gun, but using the gun, it's essentially the bolter, but, you know, the sniper rifle. Alright, every single time something fun came about, they've nerfed it. They've completely nerfed it. Didn't we do this race last week? I've done this before with this car specifically. Yes. And it's 5 laps, entirely too long for this track. They've essentially burnt out all the fun in the game. Alright. It's a PvE game, and they're balancing it like it's PvP. I mean, think about that for a moment. The whole point of the game is to have a giant power fantasy. That is what got me into the game. That is what got the majority of their player base into the game. It's a giant power fantasy. I'm gonna go out super duper uber space marine, and I'm gonna kill the dirty bugs. Or I'm gonna go against the dirty commie robots. I'm unstoppable. Okay, that was the idea. Instead, we're plagued with nerves. They're burning. They've done what they're burning what goodwill they've been given. Okay, they've burnt what goodwill. They are burning all the goodwill they've been given. They used to have a regular daily player base of 300,000 players before the first nerf came out, which was the railgun nerf. Now they're topping at about 100,000 at peak times. Yeah, they've lost a third of their player base in like 3-4 months. And it's not because people have lost interest. No, the game is incredibly a meme. It is a lasting meme. I'm still seeing shit for Helldivers. They're killing it themselves. They're actively killing it. That was a rare mistake from the AIs. And it's disappointing because they're like fucking Republicans. They're winning. They got scared because they're winning, and they're just not used to winning, so they start sabotaging themselves. They started taking themselves too seriously. The game was enjoyed because it's not serious. They were so worried about people going out and making slideshow presentations of that. This is what kind of weapon you should use. This is the loadout you should use. I mean, they were worried about a minority of players. Okay, there were some assholes playing it. I get it, but assholes are few and far between. I mean, this game, I still enjoy it, but they're slowly killing any good graces in it. That's one of the big problems that I'm beginning to have. They're killing the good graces of it. It's like Gran Turismo right now. It's nothing but disappointment after disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. They have something good on their hands. The bugs and the crashes aren't exactly as annoying as people make it out to be. This is why I hate electric vehicles in this game. Alright, it's just a fucking grift. You're not going to get stupid George Soros money for adding a digital electric car that doesn't even exist on the road. Okay? I'm tired of driving shitty-ass electric vehicles in this game. I mean, here, look. Alright, put me back on the track. Yep. This car's not fun to drive. It was fun to drive when it came out because it was novel. It drove slightly different. Now it drives like just about every single other fucking electric car in this game. fat, heavy, can't turn, can't stop. It's not even fast. They're burning their good graces. Just like Gran Turismo is right now. It's burning its good graces. They need to drop Twin Ring Motegi soon. Because the rumor is they're done adding shit to this game and they're just gonna go to Gran Turismo 8. If they go to Gran Turismo 8, I don't know. I'm not ready for Gran Turismo 8. And Helldivers II? I don't know. I mean, the new War Bond adds some okay stuff. It's fresh stuff. That's all it is. Unfortunately, that's all it's offering, is it's fresh stuff. That's the unfortunate thing, is that's all that's being offered is fresh stuff. The new assault rifle that was added, mediocre to the starter gun. The submachine gun's the only good thing that they added. They're going to nerf it. They're going to nerf it. They're going to reduce its magazine capacity to where it's not really worth using anymore. I mean, that's what they've been doing. Either they're making them worthless to use. The reason they're taking away the reason people are having fun with the weapon, because it's making the game too easy. I get it. That's all people are using. You want them to use diversity of tactics. Sure. The problem is you're not giving people much recourse. The Quasar cannon. That was the thing everyone had. It was the new railgun, alright? It was perfectly balanced when it dropped. What did they do? Oh, they made its cooldown longer. Now it's almost not worth using. They made its cooldown longer. Great. Great, they added 5 seconds to the cooldown, which, in this game, a high fast-paced game, just like Gran Turismo, 5 seconds. Here, we're going to get some speed. I'm going to demonstrate. Okay. That was 5 seconds. That was 5 seconds. That was 5 seconds. And that's extra on top of the original cooldown time for the Quasar cannon, which is essentially a laser gun. Alright? They removed a bunch of ammo for some other popular weapons that people were using. There was a laser machine gun assault rifle that's been in the game since the the third War Bond, and they removed some of the ammo for it, and that was disgraceful. They've been killing the game. They're intentionally sabotaging themselves, and even the CEO himself had to come out and say, yeah, we need to reevaluate what you're doing. You fired your community manager who essentially saved your game from being killed by Sony. That was your first warning. You still have your community manager that's going out loud. We just want to ban the ones who don't like the gays. That's why you want to do this. You still have that person on the game. The cunt that's doing the balancing for the weapons, she's still on the game. She came out recently and she said this update came out with everything perfectly balanced, and there's been nothing but bitching since the Sony issue. There's been nothing but bitching. Eventually the bitching is going to stop and people are just going to walk away. The only thing you're going to have left are people who are diehard about the game. They just want to play the game. It's not a lot of people. Look at Gran Turismo. I've been bitching non-stop about Gran Turismo. Non-stop about their shitty updates. To the point to where I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I have no expectations for this coming update. Woe and behold. Lo and behold. No fucking shock. No. Oh. What do I want to drive? I want to do something that I'll enjoy. Oh, that's a thought. We're gonna go to manufacturer, Shelby. You see this thing right here? 20 million credits. Oh yeah, I haven't driven this in a long time. This might be a bad choice for this track. Gran Turismo, you can still at least make it fun. They aren't completely nerfing vehicles to the point where they're useless. There's still a fun factor that the game is making. And as I become more skilled at the game, the more fun I'm having. Helldivers is just not this type of game. It's not, and granted, it's a fun game, but what makes it fun is what made the game fun is the power fantasy. That's it. And they're taking that away. And shocker, 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 it's the female DEI hires that didn't earn it, people. Crapping on the male fantasy. Bingo. As it's always been. Gamergate bullshit. Shocker. I can rag on the investors all I want. I can rag on Sony all I want. All that's left now that's killing it are the jackasses in there with pronouns in their bio. That's what's tearing this game apart. It's people occupying positions that could be occupied by someone who does other things into the game. This is like HR lady kind of bullshit position. All right, you get what I'm saying. This is like an HR lady, the head of balance. All right, you're doing balancing for a game that is player versus environment with no real competitive aspect at all to it. I mean, all the super credits, all the premium currency, all of the samples, everything about it is shared. All right, it is a PV cooperative, like full-on cooperative player versus environment game. And they're treating it like it's Destiny 2 or Call of Duty or whatever else it is. Or World of Warcraft. This isn't World of Warcraft. It's not. I was going to say, did he just go into the grass? They're doing something to this game that does not need to be done. It's completely unnecessary to have to rebalance weapon. I get it. There's a glitch that helps you one-shot the enemy in the game, the tough energy. I get it. People are using an unexpected tactic with a weapon that you didn't exactly prepare for. Alright, you didn't exactly prepare for, and you had to get it out. Yeah, okay. I get the whole one-shot thing. I don't get the tactic thing. That's like saying, that's like going to the Geneva Conventions and saying, hey, shotguns are a war crime. You can't be running around in our the trenches with a shotgun. Okay. Turn, damn it! Right, I mean, you know, that hasn't happened before. I'm very disappointed that that's the route they decided to take, was taking away what people are actually enjoying. And it's becoming a problem where people who are playing it, there are YouTubers who are literally just exploded because of this game, like Cloud Plays. He did bullshit content. His previous content was absolute garbage. It was nothing interesting. It's like me right now. Nothing interesting. Let's try to win this race. We are going to stop. Either way, I'm going to be able to lead just through endurance alone. this car sounds great. This is a $20 million car in this game. The only reason I have this car, I got it as early as I got it, was because of glitching. Oh, there's our first pit stop. Fucking BMW. Okay, so I have the top speed advantage in this car. This is in a top speed track. I might also have a wheelbase advantage. And an acceleration advantage. See, it's shit like this that makes this game fun. Unorthodox approaches. I understand what Arrowhead was trying to do. Preventing the mainstream. No spinning. We don't do spinning, we only do driving. Thank you. I understand what they were doing. I understand their whole point, alright? You don't want to force an orthodox approach by data scummers, okay? You want people to choose, and that's why I don't like going in the first gear of this car. No synchros. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the state of Helldivers. They're pushing for balance that doesn't need to be there. There needs to be a diversity, alright, of fun, not a diversity of strict control. You're not going to increase the difficulty of doing stuff to force people into playing the game. You're not making anything fun to use. You need to make everything. The problem is they're nerfing things that are fun to use simply because those are the single things that are fun to use. What's the concept? Bombers used to come back. This is what they're doing. They used to have bombers in World War II, and they would log the hits of the survivors, you know, where the survivors got hit. So they started armoring them in those positions. But they still started having huge losses. This was a fallacy. They were looking at things from the wrong direction. They were looking at it from, well, these are the spots that are getting hit and they're coming back. They needed to look at it from a perspective of what spots weren't getting hit and armoring those spots. That is not how they're looking at the data. They're midwits. They're idiots. I think they're going to start figuring that out. I have hope. I'm holding out hope for that. They need to start hitting parts of the game that are unfun and making them fun. Making them an enjoyable option. People were choosing the real gun because it was fun. It was strategic. It felt like a power fantasy, like what you want in this game. What this game is supposed to be. That's what it felt like. It was fun. Okay, that's old suspension for you. Alright, people want that power fantasy. The problem is you took that away. You took away what was fun in the game. And instead of making something else fun, people just didn't have fun. They moved to the next thing that was fun. Well, they nerfed that next. They took that away. Okay, you can't have that. They're armoring the parts of the plane that are keeping it from falling out of the sky. There we go. They're putting armor on parts of the plane that can absorb a lot of damage. Simply because the planes are coming back with all that damage there. Instead of armoring the spots that aren't getting hit. So they're taking an approach of removing... They are anti-meta, alright? The problem is you won't know how to get rid of a meta, you make everything an option. If they would have approached that to begin with, because at the beginning every other support weapon was trash compared to the railgun. Well, they just lowered the railgun down to everything else. They approached it with a, dare I say, equitable Marxist approach. They tore it down to be on level with everything else. Instead of raising everything else around it, they tore it down. Instead of idealist socialism, raising everything up around it, they went through the Marxist proposal. Tear everything down so everything's on an equal footing. Cut everything off at the legs. This most recent update is like pre-balance. That was the spit in our face from the head balance manager. That was the big spit in the face that we got. Everything was pre-balanced. And what was the community saying? We're only using 2 things out of this on the regular. One of them's gonna get nerfed. That's what the community has said. We're only using 2 things, only 2 things in this are worthwhile. And one of them's gonna get nerfed. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a pit stop. I should be about halfway through the track. See, now this car isn't a very hard car to drive. It's actually relatively relaxed. And it's not very unpredictable, and it doesn't have American car syndrome, unless you try to overdrive it. Okay, I got 27 seconds. I could put the fuel mapping all the way up. Enjoy the next few laps. Alright, get me in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Give me soft, squishy tires. Soft, squishy tires are good. They make the car squish, squash onto the track better. We're going to fill all the way up. I'm surprised it didn't rain this time around. Now they are not escaping from me. Now I've got full power. I swear to God, if it rains... Okay, dude. And now we've reached the point where I've run out of things to talk about. I've run out of drifting and bitching and complaining, and I'm disappointed. I want to have more fun with different things. I don't want to use one single thing. And I don't want the reason why I'm not using one single thing to be because they ruined what I was using. And I just decided I'm going to use something else because I'm tired of having a hard time. I mean, they just released a brand new Warbond, and the starter assault rifle that they give you, the starter gun that they give you, is better than the assault rifle that was just added into the game. I'm just disappointed. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They're genuinely shooting themselves in the foot when they don't need to be. They don't need to. They could have fixed the glitch. Okay, a lot of the nerfs that they're doing stem from glitches people are using. Well, the original nerf with the railgun nerf, the original nerf was because of a glitch people were using. A glitch that happened on PlayStation. So they ruined it for everyone until they could fix the glitch. And then they brought it back up, right? The railgun will never be what it was to its former glory. Okay. Rambling Sparks. I've completed all the races for the week. And I've had enough. I'm gonna go play something else. And I didn't even spend an hour. Cool.